Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name is Deanna and we are doing our Sunday morning craft and chat. This is week number 14, I believe. And I hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. I'm running just a smidge later than I wanted to, but I thought I might be able to cut a box for my project on my Cricut, but I messed around with that and it was just way too much work to reconfigure for what I needed. So I ended up designing and building my own box, and we'll go with that in a minute. So what we're going to be creating today are these little candy turkeys, and these are going to be gifts for Brooklyn, my granddaughter. She's 6 years old. She's in kindergarten, and those are going to be gifts for her teachers. So she has her regular teacher, and then we'll do the bus driver, and probably her art teacher, gym teacher. I think I figured I could do 6. So her teacher, her bus driver, art teacher, gym teacher, librarian maybe, and the office girl. So anyway, we'll give 6 bags away, and they'll each get 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I created those. It's been a nice week for us. The weather just started turning cold, so between last week and this week, we had a few 70-degree days. And yeah, it's been nice out. It's just turned cold the last couple of days. So we got a tiny smidgen of snow on the ground this morning. Me and my daughter, we got these Ferrero Rocher. I'm probably not saying it right, but the chocolates. And those are going to be my turkey bodies. We made these last year for my daughter's office. So she had those on her desk for people when they stop by. And we're also going to be using some of the small Reese's peanut butter cups. I got my glue gun going here, so we can get right at it. In addition to that, I have cut gold pipe cleaners in half. So I got 2 things out of each pipe cleaner, and I have some of these small red beads, and they come out of this bag here. This is just from my stash. I wanted to use the little fuzz balls, but mine were too big. The little puff balls, mine were too big, so we'll go just with that. So what we do is we take the Rocher chocolate and we just turn this carefully inside out like that. Okay. So we have his tail feathers. Okay. And then I'm going to take one of these, and I just kind of start spiraling it. You can use the tweezers if you want. Here, let me see if I can find some. Yeah, here, my jewelry ones. Some of these little ones. And you can just start turning it on itself. And then you just kind of just keep spiraling it up. What have you guys been up to this week? Anything fun happen or going on? Loie came over Wednesday and we got quite a bit done in our crafting. We had a nice visit. All right, so then I'm going to hold that and I'm going to kind of bend this in like a S shape, like that. Get that curving down there like that. Kind of like a lazy S shape. And then I'm going to spiral on the bottom here. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to use that. I'm going to tip that. And then I'm going to use that to glue to the actual body. Almost reminds me of a seahorse. And then they have their thing, their little sticker already kind of in the middle. So that's where I put my glue, is right on that. It doesn't take a whole lot. And then I'm just going to set that spiral from there on that. Once it dries on there, then I can kind of reposition it. Let's see if I can get there we go. I don't want to squeeze hard because these are They are kind of delicate, so, oops, I just took the whole thing off, trying to pull that glue off. So we'll just glue that right back on there. Hi, Lottie. Lottie's in here. Apparently she needs a visit. There we go. So we got that. Then basically we just take one of these little balls. Here, I'm going to glue this on now so I have something to stand it up on. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue right there. And we'll set this in it like that. Just like so. Don't want a lot of glue because we don't want to melt the chocolates. Then I'm going to take and carefully put a little dab of hot glue on there without burning myself. And then just kind of put that down on the bottom of it where his chin would be. I guess you could put, like if you wanted to, you could put a beak on there. My lighting today, I have sun coming in my window. But that's it. So let's do up a couple more of those and then we'll get the box going. Don't need to be won't be a long morning because I've got to go get 4 more chickens. We are down to 7 chickens. We found another rooster this week. So that kind of saddened us because we got so much invested in them already. So the same people that picked up the other roosters picked him up too. So yep. And I know a lot of people say, well, you can still eat the eggs, but I don't know. It's just not our thing, I guess. All right. Yeah, so just like that. Got another chocolate. So yeah, and then this week I think Chloe and I are going to get together and we're going to work on our, we both belong to the same swap group on Facebook. We joined it about 3 weeks ago or so, maybe a month ago. And we, you choose which swaps you want to join in on. I just mailed out 2 of mine, my first 2 yesterday. They're not due until like the 17th of December, but I like to get them done and get them out of the way. Boy, that looks close. There we go. Like that. Get them done, get them out of the way. And so I guess we're going to get together this week. And one group that we're in, we will end up swapping together. So we're not going to do those ones together, but the other one we're just going to get together and work on our own because the one is, I think I want to say it's tags. And you send each person a tag that joined the swap. Yeah, and so we don't want each other to see which tag we're making or what we're creating. We want it to be a surprise. So, but we both have other swaps that we're in that the other one's not in. So we'll be able to work on those and it's nice to get feedback on how it's looking and stuff. Okay, so we got 4 of those. So let me set these aside. And then we'll work on the little box. And then I will be out of here. I got my coffee here. Hope you grab a drink. And there we go. Oops, I got a big German Shepherd right behind me. So I'm going to do this carefully. Don't trip on her. She likes to come in and lay behind me. All right, see what we got. Okay. So I've got several of these ready to go. And this is my first one. All right, so here we go. All right, so this is my first one that I used to figure out, actually my second one, my first one I cut all up and stuff. So what I did was I took a 12 by 12 sheet and I cut it down to 10 by 12. And oh, here it is. I'm looking for my board here. I can get my glue gun out of the way. I don't need that. So what we're going to do is on the 10-inch side, I'm going to score at 3.5 inches and 6.5 inches. I'm going to flip to the next side. So the 12-inch side, we're going to score at 3 1/4 and 8 3/4. We're also going to score at 1/4 inch down to this mark here. So let me lift that up. We're going to stop right there. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. We're going to, I know where my 2 lines are, so I'm just going to score up. But if you need to flip it and do it, you can. And I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to do it on the same here, 1/4 inch down to that first line. And then if you need to, you can flip it around like that and do 1/4 inch like that. Okay, so you can start at the bottom. I just know where they are, so I go up. I'm going to kind of reinforce my score lines a little bit here. Yes, I don't have a whole lot going on this week. I'm working on Brooklyn's things for her Thanksgiving gifts to her class, and her these are the teacher things. So working on that, and I'll show you kind of what I've got going on with that. So now I'm gonna cut these up. So with my 10-inch side here, I'm going to cut up to my first score line there, like that. See? Just to the score line. It took me a bit to figure this out, but it's just going to be a box. It's not going to be closed, but we'll figure out something. I'll close it somehow, even if I put a little handle on it or something. Probably what I'll do. It's a little handle. All right, like that. So then what I did, because it's easier, you can trim these off with your scissors, this 1/4 inch here. You can just trim that off with your scissors if you want, but I'm just going to put it in my trimmer and trim it off. So I fold those in. I'll go to my trimmer and I'll have it in like this. So those are out of my way. And then I'll just cut those 1/4 inch lines off a second. That way I know they're nice and straight. Works pretty good for me. But if you want to just cut them off with your scissors, you can. I'll flip it over and cut the other 1/4 inch side. It just gives me a nice clean cut. All right, so that's it with the scoreboard here. Then I took one of my samples here and marked out where my decorative cardstock has to be. So the box will close like this. Get this in there. The middle one will go in. So this will be the box. So we want to make sure that we're putting our paper the right way, because when it's like this, one will be upside down. Okay. So I just took one 12 by 12 sheet and I was able to get two full sets. So one 12 by 12 sheet of decorative cardstock will cover 2 boxes. So first I cut them all at 3 1/4 inches high. So I went through, and the direction that was up and down, I cut at 3/4 inch high. So I got 3 strips at 3/4 inch high by 12. Then I took them and I cut my first one at the first 2 I cut at 2 3/4 inch, and then a 5 1/4 inch, and then another 3/4 inch. I did that twice with 2 of those strips. Then the third one I cut at 5 1/4 and 5 1/4. So that gives me 2 full boxes. So my bottom one should be the single, and then these should match up the way I cut them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smudge, and I know these will probably get thrown away, and that's fine. I'm fine with that, but I still like to make them look nice and finished when I send them out. So, but I do realize, yes, but it doesn't bother me to take that extra step to make them look finished and nice, even if they're going to get thrown away. That's the way I look at it. So I'm going to smudge the edges of these. And if you're using something that doesn't have a direction, like a cardstock that doesn't have a direction, you don't have to worry about the ups and the downs. But since I picked a pattern, then I kind of do. Now on the back of this, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. But I like to line them back up the way they would have been on the paper. So those go there. So we're going to start out with this one. And to me, the acorns facing down is the up position. That's just the way my eye looks at it. All right, so I'm going to glue this one here. And if I have to smudge more edges later, I can do that. Okay, then I'm going to turn this around, and then this will be my up. It just makes it easier for me than the glue some of it upside down and some of it upside right. I just flip it around so I know everything is up. And the rest of them don't need anything on them because it's just going to be glued together, so we don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to decorate the bottom. I probably could, but whoops, look at, see that? Got to pay attention. Almost put that one on upside down. There we go. That's crooked. Here we go. Don't be crooked. There we go. Sometimes when we're gluing, we flip things around. So this will make one box. Yeah, so I'm just going to be working on that this week and getting all of that done. Let me know in the description box if you like what you're going to be doing this week or what you were up to last week. All right, so let's go ahead and glue one of these together because I haven't glued one together yet. I've got 6 of them. I had 5 ready. This is the pattern on the other ones. This ended up with 4 of those. 4 of those, 3 of these. So this is going to go in and this is going to go in, the 2 middles. Then this will get glued onto that, like so. So let me just go get some glue on here. Like I said, I haven't glued one together yet, so it might be a fail. It might be a fail. I hope not, but it might be. All right, like that. We've had a good week this week. Well, my husband's on vacation all last week and this week. It's deer hunting season in Michigan. So he's taken 2 weeks off to do his deer hunting. And so he's been home. Okay. All right. So then we're just going to take these flaps and glue them down. Just like that. It's just basically going to make a nice little box. And then we'll put a handle of some kind on it. Maybe a ribbon handle. And that's that. Easy. Yeah, it turned out nice. All right, perfect. I didn't watch any videos on how to do this. I just kind of figured it out myself. I figured out what I needed. And on the Cricut, because they do it all in one piece too, but it was just, it's like I would have to readjust so many things that it was just like, just forget it. Just figure out one on your own. So that's what I did. There. So that's our box. And that will hold 4 turkeys in there. And I had to make it tall because of their heads. So we got 4 turkeys in there for them. Just like that. Get my turkeys in there. So I'm not going to put a top on. I'll probably just, at least I don't think I'm going to do a top. You know what? I guess I could do like a top that just is fastened here and then Velcro's over here or something, and then still add a ribbon. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm not going to do that now. But if you see it in the picture, that's what happened. And I might do that. Just create do a 1/2 inch and then the lid here and then score and then have it drop down and just do a little piece of Dollar Tree Velcro to hold it closed. That's probably what I do, just a simple closure, and then punch holes and make a ribbon handle. I think that's what I'll do. So you'll see it in the picture, but let me see if I can just quick do it. Yay. Piece of white cardstock here. Okay, so we need it, since we're right here, show you how I figure things out. So I need it to be 5.5 wide. So because it's 5.5, start with that measurement first. 5.5. Oops. So this is my width. Okay, and I know I want a 1/2 inch. I know I want a 1/2 inch to glue inside there. So I'm going to score this at a 1/2 inch. I'll just show you how my mind works. 1/2 inch. Lloyd's going, oh, that's scary. Then I need to go 3 inches. So 3.5, because I've already got a 1/2 and that's going to be folded in. So 3.5 inches. And then I want to go, let's see, let's do another 1.5 inches down. So 4.5. So 5 would be another 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to cut that. Let me cut that. So that is altogether 5 inches. So I'm going to cut my second piece 5 inches. And that will be ready to go. So out of that strip, I'll get 2. Okay, here's my other one. So we're going to fold our 1/2 inch. That will get glued right here. Okay, and then we're going to fold this. Okay, so this will get glued here. This will be on the top. Let's do a decorative border here. So let me grab my other piece. And how big is this? All right, so 1.5 inches. So I'm going to fold this in half. This is my scrap piece after getting this one and this one off of it. This is just my scrap piece. And it is the 5.5 inches wide. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to just kind of do a design. Let's see, here's my tip. So maybe something. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to cut that. You could use a die if you wanted, but this is just easy for me. So there's my pattern. And I can just bring this here Oh, it's too long. Okay, so let me do this. Let me see here. Let me mark this at 1.5 because that's how long this one is. 1.5. I should have done that first. My fault. 1.5 because that's what I'm starting with. Let's redo this. So here's my center. So like that. Okay. There we go. Like that. So we'll flip this over and draw on the back because I don't want it visible. Just a light line. Just really light. And I'm going to cut it. If it's off a little bit, they're not going to notice that much. There, perfect. So I'm going to take this. Let me test fit it. Do a test fit. Okay, perfect. Do this. And then I'll have to cut a piece for the top. Something for the top. I'm not sure what, but something. Okay, let me take my turkeys out because I don't want to damage them. So I have 6 of these to do then. So then I'll just cut. I'm just going to glue this in the top there so it meets that edge. Just like that. I'm going to press down on that. Okay. And then that will cover it. See? Then I'll take my paper punch. And I will cover that too with something. I don't know what's what, but let me see here. I don't think I have scraps wide enough. I think these are. Oh! Yeah, I might be able to get away with those. Yeah. So that'll be my scrap. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. You'll see it in the picture. You'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see it. Or I might do it just in coordinating paper and then put them on there like a phrase or something. Okay, so then I need I have some little Velcros. Just some cheap Velcros somewhere. Over here. There we go. These are just Velcros from Dollar Tree. So we'll just put those like that. I'll put that on there. Boop. And then I'm going to close this like that. It's crooked. Come here. Like right there, I think. I tried to match it up here. All right there. That looks good. I'm just going to let those kind of sit together. All right, so there's our box. And then I'll have a punch here. And the punch. It's right here. Okay. And we'll do put about far down. Just eyeballing it. Okay. And then we'll put something through there. Ribbon or something. Perfect. See what ribbon I got. Okay. I don't know where my holiday ribbon is. Where's my holiday ribbon? Right here. Oh, that's Christmas. Wow. Tea ribbon, Miss Lady's ribbon, flowers. Irene. I don't know. Where did it go? Oh, right here. Wow, way away from the ribbon place. I usually try to keep them like kind of in the same area. Do I have Thanksgiving ribbon? Oh, I have this. That would be pretty. So let's see. Do a knot. Knot. And another knot. Okay, so about this much, I'm guessing. That might be way too much. Let's put a knot. Put this in here. Do a knot. So yeah, so I'm going to try to get a bunch of stuff done this week. The weather's turning. I've been doing some shopping, trying to get a little bit of Christmas stuff done. Trying. Let me see if that's a big enough knot. Better do one more on there. And I've got to get, I do Elf on the Shelf. I did it for the boys, so I'm doing it for Brooklyn. So getting those things ready. We do the countdown. So I'm trying to get those little things ready. So lot on the list. So let's see here. I think that's plenty tall. So let me just cut that there. And then we're going to come back in this way. So let me get one here to match it. So I have one about the same length. All right. To go by. All right. All right. And if you're worried about fraying with this, always use my lighter handy. And with the gross grain ribbon, you can actually sear it and then it won't fray. So that's what I usually do. We're going to tie a knot in this one. We'll get this little box ready. And then I'll show you kind of what I was working on for her other things. We're going to do, I made up some Indians, boy and girl Indians on my Cricut, and I made up, I got to make up boy and girl pilgrims yet. They're in my Cricut ready to go. I just got to cut them out and put them together. Okay, there. So that, there. I think that'll be cute, and I'll decorate the top somehow. Alrighty. Oops. Put the little turkeys in there. We didn't go in different directions, so they have a little bit more space. And we'll make sure that they get a little note inside of there, wishing them a great Thanksgiving season. Oh yeah, that's cute. Perfect. How long have we been going? Oh, we've only been going about a half hour. Let me see if I can cut this up and get it. So what do I need here? I need, did I say it was 5.5 inches long, right? 5.5, so I need 5 1/4. 5 1/4. That one, 5 1/4 for this one. Okay. So let me smudge that. Get this out of the way here. This is how I work. You're getting the full thing here. For the most part. I'm not sure what I'll do with that little flat, but I'll figure something out. Let's smudge all that. We'll figure it out. I will. I'm going to put this way, just like that. It's kind of amazing that it actually had that piece left that will fit in there. Pretty cool, right? And I'm not sure about the top here, but I'll figure something out. So there. That's not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Well, I have to get out of here. I got to go get chickens. So thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. And as always, I wish you and your family many, many, many blessings. And I hope you are having a great season so far. This is the little thing I've been doing for booking. This is personal size, or like mini bags of popcorn or Redenbacher. So put the little boy Indians on there. And then these are the little girl Indians. And they're probably going to go on the juice boxes. Or juice pouches. I think we're going to do pouches this time. She wanted to do pouches, so. All right. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for all my new subscribers. And thank you for my continued subscribers who have been with me for since the beginning. I appreciate that. Our numbers are growing, and I really appreciate that. And as always, I love you all. I pray for you daily. Until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.